Hi guys. Today I'm going to do a little demonstration of one of my techniques. It might be something you're interested in if you do armor, or maybe you've got a better one. If you got a better one, let me know. What I've got here is some tracks. They're Fruly tracks, and they're for a VK1602 Leopard. They're also the same tracks as a Panther D, okay? And I've got them assembled to the proper length for the Leopard, and I've painted them AK primer dark yellow, okay? Now, if you're going to put rust on these things, which you probably should do, you could use something like this, which is AK's light rust, and I've painted a little bit of it on here, and it's okay, but I've always found that I don't even know why I bought this, because I really don't think I need rust. What I've got here is a homemade jar of rust. What it consists of is, you can see that inside there, water, some rubbing alcohol, and some nails. Now this jar was made by me about 20 years ago, 22 years ago, and all I've had to do is, over the years, add a few nails and add a little water and add a little alcohol, and it kind of rejuvenates itself. And you just take this stuff and you paint it on the object you're going to put rust on. You got to kind of stir the bottom sediment up a little bit, otherwise it won't be dark enough or rusty enough. Now I painted these tracks with the primer about 2 days ago, so they should have enough time to set. I'm a little bit concerned that, because I'm using acrylics in all my modeling techniques here, or my modeling activities, for just about the first time in a long time. I had to get away from the enamels because of the fumes and all. But just kind of liberally put this stuff on here. And just got to make sure you get it into all the nooks and crannies on these Panther tracks. These Fruly tracks are great, by the way. I wish they had these years ago. I would have done a lot more armor models. But now, the only thing is that it adds about $30 or $40 to the price of every kit you do. So that's a consideration. But the only alternative to these that is even close are like the plastic separate track links that have the little pins you glue into them. They come with Amusing Hobby has them in their kits, but I had to go to Fruly on the Leopard, on the 1602, because it was the Hobby Boss kit, and the individual track links were so tedious. They have 2 guide horns on them, if you can see here, and you had to glue each guide horn on and then get all the tracks together, and then hope you could get them on the model and make them look realistic and get them glued together. Got to put a little rust on the inside here. You can get pretty sloppy with this stuff, it doesn't really matter. I could have just taken that one little pin I haven't glued in yet to take these apart. It probably would have made it a little easier. But anyway, now the only thing left to do is to wait a few hours for the water and the alcohol to dry, and then they'll rust up pretty good. I found that the painting of them is maybe a little bit too brand factory new. I'm not sure, but now like they do on the cooking shows, you know, they prepare the thing, they stick it in the oven, and then right below the shelf in the oven where they stuck it in, instead of waiting 45 minutes, they pull out another one which is all done. So voila, this is what I did yesterday. Maybe you can see the little rusty bits. Some places it's heavier than others, but the beauty of Fruly Tracks, it also is not only do they work and they just keep, you know, moving, and they're going to have a realistic drape on the model, is the fact that you can put the wear spots on them just by sanding on the cleats here. So taking my Ultimate Model Products sander, I could show you this one, but I had tape over the logo because they're a competitor, and I'm an Ultimate Products model, an Ultimate Modeling Products fan, so I want to support them. So you can just go along here and sand the cleats just like real road wear. Now I'm doing it kind of quick here for the video, but there you can see they look pretty realistic, and they're going to look even a lot more realistic on the model. A lot of rust around the areas where pockets are and everything else, but the cleats are going to be nice and shiny. I probably should do some of the edge here too. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. We'll highlight some of the little molded in bolts they give you here, and some of the edges. Yep, I could go in and do the guide horns, but it'd be a lot easier again if I took them apart, but that. So it's going to have a pretty realistic looking set of tracks. I think on Armor Model, really, the tracks are not just a given. Okay, they're part of the model. They're a major part of the model. They're a major part of how the model looks, to make it look realistic, to make it look like a real tank. You know, clanking along and running over cars and squishing them and everything like in World of Tanks, you know. But they're really an intricate part of it, and any detail you put into the tracks is going to pay dividends in your finished model. That's all I got. You can make some comments on this video if you want. If you have any questions, I'll answer them, or if you have any suggestions of doing it a better way, I'm open to that too. Like I said, I made this jar up about 20 years ago, so you can you know, spend about, you know, free recycling kitchen products jar, some spaghetti sauce jar, or whatever you want to use, some water and some finish nails will do the trick. The alcohol also helps with the capillary action of making it flow better too, so that's why I put a little alcohol in there. Alright guys, take it easy, see you next time.